Hi, ladies. Welcome to yoga. We're going to start seated. So make your way down to the mat. Feel grounded through the sits bones. Just come to a comfortable seat. You can remove the flesh. You can sit up on a pillow if that feels better. The legs can be, out in front of you if that's more comfortable as well. So just take a couple moments here to kind of settle in. Let's take the shoulders up and draw them down. And draw them down, back. One more time, take them up, and draw them back and down. Beautiful. So sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the spine. Imagine there is a string, drawing you up from the crown of the head. And take the arms out to the sides. Flip the palms face up and draw the pinkies back. And just feel resets. Spine there, allowing you to sit nice and tall, drawing those shoulder blades down the bottom. And then release the hands onto the knees. And we'll take just a couple of moments here to find a bit of stillness. So bringing your awareness inward. So noticing the breath. Notice the breath moving around the body. Noticing on your inhale, expands. And exhale, contracts. Continue breathing and lengthening the breath. And bringing the hands together, heart center, palms together. And next exhale, allowing the eyes to open. So press the palms nice and firm together. Allow the elbows to come in line. Again, sitting up nice and tall. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. Interlace your fingers and press the palms away from you. So pressing the palms away, draw the navel in. Begin to round your spine. So you can bring the chin to the chest. Feel nice round through the back here, stretching through the upper back. And on your next inhale, lift the arms. Lift the heart and draw the arms back. So drawing the arms back away. And then exhale, release. Allow the arms to come down, interlacing the fingers behind you. And then on your next inhale, lift the heart. And begin lifting the arms. So now we're creating a beautiful arch in the spine. So drawing the arms up and away. And if it feels good, you can begin to round over. So bringing the arms up and over, staying grounded through the sits bones. Breathing here. And then on your next inhale, lifting the heart, the arms come back down and release the hands. Inhale, arms up. Pausing at the top. Exhale, arms down. So 2 more times, breath and movement. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. One more time, inhale. Pausing at the top. And exhale, arms down. Coming into a twist, take the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, begin to twist. And inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, twisting. So using the hand on the knee. Continue, go into a deeper twist. Apply gaze toward the back of the room. And release. Other side. Left hand to the right knee, right arm behind you. Inhale, lengthen up. And then exhale, begin to twist. Begin lengthening up first on the inhale, exhale, twisting. Taking the eye gaze toward the back of the room. And release. Beautiful. So let's come out to all fours. Bring the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. And let's do some big hip circles here. So just taking it back to the right and circling around to the left, up and over the wrists. And just, creating a bit of movement here, whatever feels good. And then once you've gone 3 times one way, take it in another direction. Just a little bit of fluidity into the hips. Beautiful. And then we're going to meet back in tabletop. Inhale, lift the heart. And draw the shoulders back and allow the belly to drop down. So the tailbone is off here. And then your exhale, we're going to round, so press the ground away and draw the navel up to the spine. And then inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. And take a few more of these at your own pace, your own body movement. Stretching up the spine here. Beautiful. And come back. Open those knees nice and wide. Sit back on the heels. And begin to walk the hands forward. So coming into your child pose. Pressing the chest toward the ground, forehead to the mat. Breathe. We're really sinking back into the hips. Stretch the hands forward, giving a beautiful space in the lower back here. And then begin to walk the fingertips over to the right. So keep the left hip planted down. So let's do a beautiful stretch along the left side body. And continue walking those left fingertips over. Breathe. And then release, walking back through center. The fingertips over to the other side. And so be mindful of the right hip. So the right hip staying grounded. Walking those right fingertips a little bit further over to the left. Feeling a beautiful stretch through the right side body. Breathe. Beautiful. So taking it back to center. Forehead to the mat. Pressing the chest down. Lean back into the heels. And now begin to lift the chest, draw the hands back. Bring the knees back underneath the hips. We're going to come up into a downward facing dog. So draw the hands out beyond the shoulders. Tuck the toes and lift the hips up and draw them back. And then begin to pedal through the legs here. Breathing here. Beautiful. So now I want you to bend both knees and draw the chest toward the cheek, toward the knees. Beautiful. And then straighten the legs, press the chest down toward the thighs again. Breathing. Lift the right leg up. And then draw it through and come into your lunge. So bringing the foot in between the hands, lowering the back knee. And then we're going to stretch it. So just do a little bouncing motion up and down. The knee here. And then we're going to bend the knee forward. Make sure the toes are out beyond the knee and come into a lunge here. So we're going to keep the hands on the ground. Unless, of course, you want to bring them up, that's fine. But I really want you to really shift those hips forward and press down, press the left hip toward the ground. Really feel it in the your left hip flexor here. So breathe. Now we're going to do a little twist here. So the left hand is going to stay on the ground, and then take the right hand and stretch it out behind you. And if you'd like to add a little challenge, you lift the back knee and breathe. Beautiful. So we're going to release the hand back forward, allow the knee to go back down to the ground, and then taking it back into your tabletop. We're going to come back into our downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Press both heels to the ground. Breathe here, pressing the chest toward the thighs. Lift the left toes up. And then we're going to bend the knee and draw the foot in between the hands. Lower the back leg. And then again, we're going to kind of just create a little movement here. Stretching out through the hips. Just doing a little back and forth motion here, lifting the hips up and down. And then we're going to settle in forward. So pressing the hips down, draw the toes out in front of you. Hands can stay on the ground for this, or you can lift them up to the knee or into the air. The hands on the ground, you still want to be mindful of a nice wide collarbone here. So instead of kind of being hunched over, see if you can really lift the heart. Breathing here. Again, pressing the hips down. Really feeling a nice stretch to that right hip flexor. Breathing. And then we're going to go into our twist here. So take the right hand on the ground. The left finger just stretch out behind you. Lifting the back knee if that's in your practice. And breathing. Beautiful. So release the hand. Take the knee back into tabletop. And then we're going to bend the elbows. Keep it tucked in toward the side and bring the chest all the way down to the ground. Beautiful. So untuck your toes. We're going to come up onto the forearms into a Sphinx pose. So we have our forearms forward facing. And then go ahead and separate the legs mat width distance apart. And then from here, we have strong legs. We're pressing down through the hips and lifting up toward the navel, lifting the heart up. Breathe. I'm going to stretch here in the lower back and then release down. So if you'd like to do that pose again with the forearms, it's definitely a little bit more gentle on the lower back, or we can come into Cobra pose. So Cobra pose, bringing the fingertips underneath the shoulders, tucking the elbows in and drawing the feet together. So inhale, and then begin to lift the heart up. So you're either in Cobra pose or you can repeat the first Sphinx pose again. So Cobra pose are our legs very strong, pressing down through the earth, lifting up to the chest. Inhale, and then release it all the way down. Go ahead and stack the hands underneath the forehead, and just go ahead and just rolling back and forth through the hips, releasing the lower back. And we're going to do one more Cobra pose, or if you'd like to do the modified Sphinx version. So wherever you are, if it's modified Sphinx, you're going to have the legs apart. If it's Cobra, draw those feet together. Cobra pose, take the fingertips underneath the shoulders, tuck the elbows in, or you're coming onto your forearms at the moment. Inhale, exhale, and then inhale and lift. Beautiful. So lifting up through the heart, pressing down through the tops of the feet, breathing here. So if you're in your cobra pose, see if you can lift the hands and feel the lower back working here. And lower the hands, but not too much weight in the hands. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Let's take a little pillow underneath our hands, our forehead on the hands again, and just rock through the hips. And using the hands to press yourself back up. And then we're going to kind of take the hips to the side, and we're going to bring the legs out in front of us. We're coming down onto our back. Roll it all the way down. Bring the knees into the chest and just rock from side to side. So again, giving the lower back there a little massage. Beautiful. So go ahead and lower soles of the feet down onto the earth and stretch them out. Stretch the arms up over the head. And then begin to stretch the body in opposite directions. So inhale, stretch it, reach it. And then release. Bring the arms down by the side body. And bend the right knee. And release the fingers just below the knee. Flex your toes. The toes are coming back toward you. Slightly tuck the chin. Inhale. And then exhale and draw the right knee in on the exhale. So continue breathing, and on each exhale, you're drawing the knee in. Shoulders are rounded, chin slightly tucked, trying to get the back of the neck onto the mat. And then release the leg. You can allow it to float back down to meet the other. And then bend that left knee. Interlace the fingers below the knee. Flex the toes. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the knee in. Relax down. So continue breathing. Each exhale, draw that knee in. One more nice deep inhalation. So draw the knee in, squeezing it into the body. And then release. Allow the foot to put down with the other foot. And now we're going to draw both knees up. And give yourself a big hug. So you can draw, or you can grab opposite elbows, wrists, or the hands here. And then bring the back of the head onto the mat. So again, flex the toes, slightly tuck your chin. Inhale. And then exhale and squeeze the knees in. Rest your tailbone down and away. Continue breathing, and each exhale, just drawing those knees in a little. One more nice deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Squeeze the knees on the exhale. And then release. Allow the soles of the feet to come back down onto the earth. And we're just going to let the legs kind of sway from side to side, or to the knees. The knees. No windshield wiper across. And then walk feet not with distance apart and allow the knees to come together. And bringing the hands onto the navel, onto the belly, just feeling connected to yourself. Breathe. And bringing the feet back together. You can either keep the feet on the ground or you're going to lift the feet up. We're going to come into a final twist here. So bring the arms out to the side. So whatever is comfortable for you, feet down or feet up. Allow the knees to fall over to the right. Taking your eye gaze the other way if it's comfortable for your neck. Shoulders grounded down. And breathe. Bring the head back to neutral. Bring the knees back up through center and allow them to fall to the other side. The eye gaze goes the other way. That's comfortable. And back to neutral. Knees back to center. Just giving yourself a big hug. Rock from side to side. The knees bend. Bring the soles of the feet onto the earth. Allow the knees to open. So feet together, knees apart. Bringing the hands onto the belly. Lightly tuck the chin. And awareness of the body. And noticing on the inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, the belly relaxes. If you're feeling relaxed and comfortable here, stay in here for your Shavasana. Or if you prefer, begin to pick the legs. Allow the feet to be met with distance apart. Palms face up. So breathing into your nose, out your nose. And thank you for bringing time for yourself today. A beautiful, rejuvenating practice. Until we meet again, namaste.